Welcome to the weekly press briefing of the Kosovo Specialist Chambers, where we aim to provide journalists with an update on the latest developments at the court and the opportunity to ask questions. In the war crimes case of Hashim Thaçi, Kadri Veseli, Recep Selimi, and Jakub Krasniqi, the trial panel on the 30th of January permitted a participating victim to disclose their status as a participating victim to a third party. The panel agreed that the disclosure was necessary and took into consideration that protective measures vis-à-vis the general public are still in place. On the 3rd of February, the panel issued a decision finding the testimony of one witness appropriate for admission in written form if the witness is available in court for cross-examination. The panel further authorized the witness to testify via video conference and order the registry to make the necessary arrangements. The panel noted that the defense did not object to the motion and was satisfied that the admission of the witness's statement in written form would not cause unfair prejudice to the defense and would in addition contribute to the expeditiousness of the proceedings, as it would reduce the time for direct examination in court from 4 hours to 45 minutes. The panel further considered that testifying via video conference would be more conducive to the well-being of the witness and at the same time ensure scheduling flexibility, which contributes to expeditiousness in the proceedings. So far, 119 witnesses have testified in court in this case. The next hearing in the case is scheduled for Monday, the 10th of February, starting at 9 in the morning. In the case of Hashim Thaçi, Bashkim Smakai, Isni Kilai, Fadil Fazliu, and Hayreddin Kutsi for alleged influencing of witnesses, the president of the Specialist Chambers, Judge Ekaterina Trendafilova, on the 3rd of February, assigned a Court of Appeals panel after the pretrial judge allowed the prosecution to appeal 4 issues concerning the judge's decision on the confirmation of the indictment. In this decision, she confirmed in part the charges against the 5 accused. The prosecution claimed the pretrial judge had misinterpreted certain elements of the Kosovo Criminal Code. The appeals panel consists of judges Michelle Picard, Emilio Gatti, and Nina Jorgensen. On the 30th of January, the registrar informed of the assignment of Mr. Alexander Admiral as specialist counsel for Mr. Kutsi. In the case of Sabit Yanusi, Ismet Batyari, and Haji Shala, the trial panel on the 29th of January admitted one victim in this case to participate in the proceedings. The panel found that the victim had suffered mental harm in the form of anxiety from the crimes listed in the indictment. However, the panel decided that the limited scope of the harm and the advanced stage of the proceedings, where plea hearings had already taken place, did not allow for the full participation of the victim through victim's counsel. Considering the mental harm suffered by the victim, the panel therefore decided to proceed by deciding on reparations, however symbolic, to be awarded to the victim in this case. The parties were requested to submit revised versions of their plea agreements, including proposals for reparations to be granted to the victim by no later than Monday, the 3rd of February. The panel further scheduled a hearing on the 4th of February to rule on the plea agreements reached between the prosecution and the accused. On the 4th of February 2025, the trial panel in a public hearing approved these plea agreements, in which the accused admitted guilt for 2 of the 3 charges confirmed against them by the pretrial judge. Specifically, the accused admitted guilt to 1 charge of obstructing official persons and performing official duties, and 1 charge of intimidation in criminal proceedings. The prosecution withdrew the 3rd charge, obstructing official persons and performing official duties by serious threat, on 17th of December 2024, as part of the plea agreements. Each accused has admitted that they were part of a group which sought to induce an individual to refrain from giving evidence before the Kosovo Specialist Chambers through the promise of a benefit. In particular, Sabit Yanuzi and Ismet Batyari, acting at the direction of Haji Shala, approached this individual at his home on the 5th and the 12th of April 2023, respectively. In line with the plea agreements, the trial panel sentenced Mr. Haji Shala to 3 years imprisonment and Mr. Yanuzi and Mr. Batyari to 2 years each, deducting the time spent in detention since the accused's arrests. The accused further agreed to pay a total sum of 500 euros as reparations to the victim admitted to participate in the proceedings. Public redacted versions of the plea agreements are on the KSC website. A reasoned decision will be issued by the trial panel in due course. The decision has the force of a final judgment and is therefore not subject to appeal.